Okay, and I'm happy now to call up Sam Stein. Sam is our next speaker. He's been one of the strikers. Sam is a Jewish American with dual citizenship who spent 6 years engaging in protective presence activism in the West Bank. He's a current resident of Cambridge. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out here. Thank you so much to Representative Ayanna Pressley for taking the time to be here. It's so important that we have people in your position fighting for us and listening to our words and actually showing up in this struggle. Like Miriam said, I spent 6 years in the West Bank, mostly living in Jerusalem and going into the West Bank and engaging in protective presence activism, documenting settler violence, documenting military violence and home demolitions, and all of the other forms of oppression that Israel is utilizing against the Palestinian people in the West Bank. This keffiyeh that I'm wearing, one of my best friends bought it for me in Hebron, in Al Khalil. This jacket that I'm wearing, it's a Bedouin jacket, it's called a farwa. The same friend brought me into the city of Awdah and helped me buy it. And that very same friend, Awdah was murdered in July by an Israeli settler terrorist who faced absolutely zero consequences from the Israeli government. This is not an abstract cause for me. This is not a travesty that I'm seeing from the sides and understand is bad and doing what I can to help. Palestine is dear to my heart. The Palestinian people are so dear to my heart. I literally, with this keffiyeh and with this jacket, bring them with me everywhere I go. And when I heard about this hunger strike, thank you so much to the organizers, I knew that I had to join. I had to do everything that I could. I wanted to make my body feel the way that my heart feels all the time. And I'm desperate. I will do anything at this point to end this madness, to end this genocide in Gaza, to end this horrific violence in the West Bank. If you told me, Sam, walk out onto Cambridge Avenue, lie down and close your eyes, whatever may come, and that will end this genocide, I would do it. I would put this mic down and I would go.
That's right.
And I'm on day 7 of my strike. For transparency, I had 2, let's call them cheat days, quote unquote. I was working all day Saturday as a canvasser, standing on my feet. I decided to be safe and have a tiny breakfast. I wanted to actually be able to think and function today. I decided to be safe and had a tiny breakfast. The amount of food that I allowed myself for these 2 occasions was 240 calories. And I did not pick that number randomly. I picked that number because according to an Oxfam study from April of last year, that is what the people of northern Gaza are surviving on every single day. On Saturday, I had an avocado. That was my breakfast. That was what I ate all day. Today, I had 2 hash browns. That's all I'm going to eat until tonight when I actually formally break my fast. And that is what people in Gaza have been surviving on for years. For at least a year, according to this study, probably longer. I don't even want to think about what they're surviving on now. And the strike has obviously been hard for me. You know, thank God, Baruch Hashem, Alhamdulillah, I am 31 years old. I am healthy. There were ups and downs. There were days where I felt fine. There were days where I did not feel fine. But I had an abundance of water that I could fill up from the sink whenever I want. I had multivitamins at my disposal. I had the amazing health team that we're working with giving me short, concrete, and helpful advice to make me do this in as safe a way as possible. And the people of Gaza do not have that. They are not doing this under guidelines and rules and advice. They are doing this because they're being forced to do it, and they're doing it while constantly fleeing for their lives. I sheltered up in my apartment for the vast majority of this week. I didn't use any energy. I treated my energy like the most precious commodity I have. And That was the worst part, was the energy. That feeling in your stomach that says, I'm hungry, was not the worst part. The worst part is that I feel weak and frail, not just out of energy, but in pain. I couldn't sleep. My legs got sore. I feel like I did a heavy leg day in the gym. My arms started getting sore. My calves got sore from standing in the shower too long. And this is what the people of Gaza times 1,000 are dealing with while they fight for their lives. And that is the tip of the iceberg of why it is so important that we advocate for the Block the Bombs bill, that we get this bill to pass, that we cut off military aid to Israel while they use it to kill and kill and kill. And there is the Trump deal on the table that who knows if will be accepted, who knows if not. This deal is at best a Band-Aid and at worst neocolonialism. And we need to do every single thing we can to help the people of Gaza, according to American law, arguably, according to international law, according to the UN resolution that declared that this is a genocide and said that all states have an obligation to not only not facilitate it the way America has been since far before the genocide actually started, but we have a duty to do what we can to stop it. And that is why not only am I begging Catherine Clark to sponsor this bill and for Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey to introduce a senator version of this bill, I am begging everyone here and everyone listening to whatever your job is, whatever your role in life is, do what you can, whether that is emailing your representatives once a day or once a week, whether that is going to protest, whether that is joining direct action. Please don't stop thinking about the people in Gaza. Don't stop talking about Gaza. Don't stop talking about Palestine. And again, thank you all so much for coming, and free Palestine, free Gaza, free Masafer Yatta.
Thank you so much.